Antigua and Barbuda, I think I pronounced this right. This is the country, the state, the island that we're gonna look right now. You can see here in the Caribbean Sea, very nice, 2 islands mainly. So yeah, I was gonna see how those people actually live. But first, let's go in the data. If you are liking this type of videos, considering subscribing and leave a comment and a like, and also share it with someone that might like it too. So Antigua has around 94,000 people in population, you can see, and still growing, and with a stable growing rate. But look at this, 1955, only 50,000 people living in this land with 2% increase rate. That will be roughly just under 1,000 people. Migration on minus 265. Median age 18 years old. Fertility rate, one of those nonsense, 4.9, almost 5. And urban population around 36%. Fast forward to 2025, now the population almost doubled. Now it's 94,000 people with 0.5% increase rate. Yearly change in around 437, only with 12 migration here on plus. 12 people choose to migrate here. Median age around 36 years old. Fertility rate much more manageable now, 1.6. And they got below replacement around 2005. Right now the urban population is 28%, so it actually decreased. Pretty interesting. In the future, they say the population is going to be around 95,000 people. So you can see they're going to start going down at some point after 2045. Overall, minus 0.3% in change. That will be roughly around 273 people on minus. Migration, they go on minus 57 people. Median age around 45 years old. And the fertility rate 1.6. So keep steady there. Urban population around 40%. As you can see here, migration was pretty much on minus from the entire history except after 1995, and then they kind of got down, and in the end it's gonna go again on minus. Life expectancy very high, 78 years old for both sexes. Females around 81 and males around 75, so very good numbers. Infant mortality rate 7.2 and death at the end under age of 5, 8.9. Those are pretty high numbers, but not as bad as other countries. So I expect the medical system not to be that great funded. So yeah, well, it's an ex-British colony state. You can see 87% are Africans and almost 5% multiracial. 92% they are Christians. What else can we see? Human Development Index here. Well, the human index developed, it's around 0.851, which is not that bad actually. It's pretty good, but I'm not going to introduce that metrics. I just look at that. Demographics, they have some male surplus by the age of 18, and then they go in pretty heavy, I would say, in female surplus. So probably those people here, those males, are choosing to living outside the country, and that's why we see that female surplus in population, I assume. GDP now, economics, around 2 billion US dollars in 2023, and nominal and PPP around 2.6 billion. Growing rate not that much, around 3%, 4%. 2018 was a 7.4, but still very small. GDP per capita around 20,000 US dollars, which is not that bad actually. And the PPP around 25,000. So you can see pretty good, pretty solid numbers. Unemployment in 2001, it's such an old, it's like 11% back then. I don't understand why they bother with those numbers here. So yeah, let's see how those people live. Corruption, again, you're not gonna have that much information here, probably around the same numbers. I checked them, they don't appear on this list. Gini the same, they don't have that much information, unfortunately, but I guess we are gonna assume that they're doing decently, hopefully. Now let's see how they live, and now we're gonna see how those people, we're gonna go with this northern island first. It seems not that much populated, so it's gonna be easier and faster to check. Here they seem to have a pretty nice place, pretty nice swamp. Like it, not too fancy. From above, they don't seem to have construction in this part of the island, so they kind of keep it for, let's say, from the birds, as we saw from the animals, which is very nice. Good for them. Here they have some sort of a, I don't think it's a resort, but they have a helicopter here, so it can be for poor people, 100%. Maybe one of those official houses, who knows. Let's check this road. Clearly it's a dirt road, not a paved road. So yeah, I don't think you need a paved road here. Have some sort of construction there. Now this garbage here, again, not a big fan of that, but hey, they should clean that up. Again, one of those mirrors here, pretty interesting. They don't have it here, they have it there for whatever reason. Okay, what else here? Okay, a lot of garbage here, which they're for fishing. Probably they got brought by the sea. That's a toilet, I guess. I assume. Some old construction that they are abandoned 100%, but I don't know, people choose to live there. For how long they live there? I don't think for that long. They have again some construction here. This is a dirt road, not a bad one if you ask me, looking pretty good, pretty sharp. But the house here, yeah, not, I think not even was finished yet. This is 2024, very recently. So yeah, probably they abandoned the project for whatever reason. Let's check this one. They have a lot of houses here actually, look at this, but this one is not abandoned 100%. So yeah, clear they didn't they have someone to live here. But look at this, it's pretty much living alone in the middle of nowhere. They have electric power, which is good, but definitely they don't have running water here. I don't think they have, at least. They have garbage trash, so they garbage to, yeah, let me see this one. They have garbage to cans, but I highly doubt that they have someone that's gonna came up and take the garbage out. Not sure. Those are water reservoirs, so yeah, they don't have water, let's say, from the city or whatever the town they have here, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, they seems to live like that, quite a few of them, pretty spread here. Not bad, but in the same time just a bit weird, I would say. But yeah, they are some sort of population there. Here it's much more integrated, so yeah, let's see this one. And they have decent space between them, so they don't jam it together here, which is pretty good. Houses, not so great, but I guess they're trying to work with what they have. But they are pretty big, especially by the European standards. The road, yeah, very bad, but by European standards, the houses are pretty big. See, pretty big. There are a lot. I guess there are a lot of people here in Europe that live in apartments that is at least 3 times smaller, if not 4 times smaller than this guy's house. So space-wise, they do better here. Oh, here actually is much nicer here. Okay, they have a truck there, a boat, pretty random. Cars here. This is 2024, so again, very recently. We are fortunate enough to see those images right now, so it's pretty good. This one is decent. Yeah, the yard might need some work, and again, those abandoned carts that I see them everywhere in those islands. Not sure exactly why, or maybe they actually like cars that much and they want to keep every single one of them that they own. I don't know, but sounds to be a bit weird, just a bit. Here I don't think they have paved roads either. No, they have it. This is 2024, again, the same year. And they have some sort of paved roads, but the vegetation is not exactly well maintained. Let's say like that. Here they have probably, like, I suspect, an abandoned house. I don't think somebody lives there. Here it could be, but still looking pretty rough. This is a bus station. No, I don't think it's some sort of the general store, I guess. Have some shipping containers here. Yeah, not so great. The road, pretty decent here, but that's a nice house. That's a nice expensive car for this region. It's a Suzuki. That's donkey. Yeah, pretty much poverty in this part here. Not something that excited, I have to say. Don't look in that well. They have an airfield here, which is pretty good. Let's check this road. Yeah, doesn't look exactly great, I would say. Here the road, bad shape there. Not that many people, again, they are just under 100,000 people. I suspect most of them they're gonna be on the other island. Ooh, that's an expensive Ford F-150. Yeah, it's a company car, most likely. That's expensive, really expensive. And some potholes here. That's a Toyota Hilux, again expensive, with a big house. But that nothing special in particular. Yeah, the road, it's very, very bad here. Some people just using just bikes. Fine. Again, another Toyota, I guess, is that. Decent. Yeah, not exactly the greatest, but it is what it is. Again, that's probably the main town on this island, so we're not gonna see that many houses elsewhere. So yeah, that was everything right there. The road here is from concrete, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is look like concrete to me. I think it's tarmac. So yeah, I always say those are concrete roads. It's looking pretty good for places like this. It could last a very long time, a very, very long time. And probably it's gonna be easier to repair, I guess. Unfortunately, we don't have a 360 here. Look at how nice the coastline it is. But we have a few houses here and oh, looks like a junkyard. Yeah, some ships here. Not so bad. It's like a junkyard yard. From above, at least here. Now they seem that they keep their construction machines. Oh, they have one, so those cobre here. Maybe they extract some minerals, who knows. Let's check this road. Yeah, pretty basic, let's say like that. Look at this. Trying to finish a house. They build them upwards. That's an expensive car, by the way, probably because they have some floods, or who knows, maybe when they have a hurricane, the water came in. I'm not sure. But I don't see another reason why you put the house on the second level. Build it on those pillars. Oh, we have a 360. Okay, we have some small town here. What is this? Ooh, this is look for the rich ones. That's nice. Yeah, they have even here. You can see the poverty there. But here, ooh, they have some rich, and this is for some construction sites back then in 2023. This is definitely for the rich. So you can see the difference. Probably, yeah, it's gonna be great for the job opportunities and improving the life of those people there, but the difference is day and night. Oh, that's nice. And it's a gated community, I guess. That's a nice house for a gatekeeper. Looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's a nice place to put a resort, and unfortunately this is look like an industrial area here, and right next to it they have these resorts, which is kind of strange, but I guess they build it that way. Yeah, look at this, rich people houses, pretty nice. Unfortunately we don't have 360 to check them. I want to see that from above, and from above, let me check again. Looking pretty sharp. It's from a boat. Look at this, looking very nice. I think I saw another 360 here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's check this one. Looking good. Look at the water, very nice. Yeah, clearly a resort made for the rich, but it could be some opportunities for the population too. So yeah, could end up well. Let's check this one. What is here? Oh, the same on the other side of the beach. Looking pretty nice. Yeah, looking pretty decent. This island, not that much populated, definitely like very few people living there. And now in the main one, I think that just those two. It's a whole different story. So let's go, like I say, always randomly on the map. Can you imagine having a country just on that one island? Like how many people could be there? Like 1,000 people with a country? Not even 1,000, I think, like 200-300 people in a country like that. Have the entire island. That would be pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't think we can have countries that small. That would be almost insane. But it would be, definitely a self-government individual at that point, with such a low population. That's The closest you can go to freedom, probably. Yeah, the road here not even existent, and this is 2024. They're using the same car. No, it's a different car. This one, a very pink car here for whatever reason. They seems to build new construction, which is good, but they didn't take care of the road before they move those people here. So yeah, those cars, they have no business being outside the properties, and they look bad. Here some decent cars, decent lands, very nice houses. This one actually is very good, pretty good, and they'll keep the car inside, which is pretty good for them. But yeah, the road not so great, and those were expensive cars, by the way. Pretty interesting. Oh, there is a lot to see here. So see, they kind of jam at everybody on this island. Some of them doing better, some of them not so well, but the road seems to be the poorest part, let's say. But yeah, this is pretty nice. What is this? SUV, compact cars, vans, sedans. They rent them or they sell them. Pretty interesting, yeah. Oh, I like this fence. See, that's a nice one, a green one. Look how great it is. You need more plants like this guy. Look at this. Ooh, very private area. Well, I see some bars here, which I don't like it, but let's see some more. Maybe, hopefully it's just that one. Ooh, those guys has boats here. Okay, it's somebody living very rich here. They're doing very well in this neighborhood. Look at this house. Oh yeah, that's extremely expensive. Doesn't matter where you go in the world. And a nice yard too, except the fence. The fence, I don't like it. They're doing pretty well. Oh, another big house. Look at this one. Yeah, they do well. They do well. Oh, they have a church fan. They're doing well. Not as well as we saw on the other island, those guys, but ooh, those are the rich neighborhoods. Ooh, I like the fence, I like the house. They have nice pools. Yeah, the GDP per capita not exactly very high, but pretty decent. So clearly, so assume that it's not gonna be that equal of society. That Gini coefficient is not gonna be that great here. And they have some new construction that they build. But yeah, some of them they're doing very well. Not sure exactly what happened with that car, but the road here, it's even a bit better. Yeah, they have some sort of, oh, they have a Cubano flag. Oh, this embassy of Cuba, maybe. Pretty interesting location. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I like it. This is the rich neighborhoods. And they have an embassy here. Yeah, let's check this resort. Oh yeah, pretty good. Expensive most likely, but pretty good. So clearly much more opportunities of making money here, but keep in mind the population is gonna start to go down, and migration, it is on minus from pretty much entire history, almost, or very low on the high number. So yeah, they're gonna go down in migration pretty soon, if not already doing it. I like this resort, it's nice. So yeah, clearly a much better opportunities for jobs here. Looking pretty good. Nice fences. The road, again, big problems with the road. It's just not even close, but looking pretty good. Yeah, I like it. So far seems to do well. Let's check those ones. Not probably as rich as the others, but still pretty decent. Yeah, it feels like a lot of people are here in the small place, but it seems also to have some distance between them. So not exactly force them to, not jam it together, you know. Just they have some distance between them. This is 2010. Ooh, 15 years ago. Yeah, looking pretty good. So yeah, in that department, oh, let's check this road. Look how straight it is. Oh, it's a dirt road. Yeah, something like that doesn't look good at all. Yeah, in the infrastructure department, they're doing very poorly. Look how big it is. Oh, we have to move fast. I don't want to stay here too much. Yeah, here road a bit better. Cars pretty decent. Again, November 2024, very recently. Cars pretty good. Lands big enough. That's how it's supposed to be without this fence. If you cut this fence, it's gonna look 10 times better immediately. Roads again pretty decent there. Let's check this one. There's a lot of people here. A lot of cars here too. Yeah, cable management not the best but not the worst either. Roads a bit better, a touch better here. Houses not exactly that great, but you know, maybe manageable. What else can we see in other parts? Oh, look how big. Everybody's kind of living on this island. It's just probably, like I say, living like 500 people on the other island, and the rest of them is living here. Again, cars, abandoned cars. I don't know exactly what's happening in those islands, those abandoned cars. I get it, they have hurricane and they get flooded and they get destroyed and have to buy new ones or whatever, but still, you have to have some sort of a, I don't know, support for them, some sort of a recycle program. I think you're gonna just keep them like that. It's not gonna do anything good. It's just gonna be, you know, rust on rust. Here, again, cars everywhere, houses. Not exactly a good area, as you can see, not that great. But still, they have a lot of dogs here. I think they're all cats. I'm not sure. They have decent distance between them. A bit jammed together here, not that great. And yeah, very close to each other here, not a big fan. A lot of abandoned cars again. Maybe they like cars, who knows. That seems kind of silly to keep those cars that you cannot even use. This one probably, again, you cannot use it. A dog on the loose. That fence is not exactly a fence. Ooh, rich people. 100%. Maybe it's a resort or something, yeah. Have those nice chairs here, but yeah, I believe it could be a resort here. All those tiny houses made for them, yeah. Here it could be a rich people neighborhood. But they don't even have a road. Yeah, you can see they don't have a road, but they have nice, or maybe it's gonna be a resort, who knows. You're looking nice from above, looking pretty good. Pools a lot on very small hill. I think we saw a 360 here. No? Oh, my mistake then. Yeah, those are for rich people. Oh, here they seem to have a decent road. Lime Tree Hill. Maybe they are resorts, all of them. Who knows? But there are some individual houses as well. So yeah, they do fine. They do fine. I don't know exactly how easy it is to work in a tourist industry and how much money can you make here, but it could be some decent opportunities at this. But probably, judging by the fact that population is going to go down and most likely migration is going to be on minus. Not that much, but still. Probably not exactly great opportunities, so yeah. Ooh, again, another resort. A lot of people have resorts here. Probably it's a good business. Seems to do well. Seems to be very profitable. Pretty nice, I like it. I do like them. I have to say, I do like them. What else can we see? Let's check this one. Pretty good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's nice. It's not overwhelming. It's just very cozy, it feels. They clean up the woods. What is this? Oh, just walking in them. I thought they're gonna clean them up. That would be interesting. Yeah, I can see a lot of people on this island. It's like everybody gonna jam it here, and they have a lot of resorts and hotels, which is pretty nice. Probably make like a very nice active life and business opportunities when you have people with money coming here. It could be in business. Ooh, those are expensive cars. That Kia, it's expensive, and this is February 2024. Decent house, and they all have pools from what we saw. Ooh, that's a nice Suzuki. I like this one. I don't like the handle there, but it's a nice car. What I don't like it, they parking on the street. Yeah, this house again pretty good, and they are all. This one doesn't have a pool, but this one has a pool in the back. Let me check this one. See, it looks very basic on the outside when you see it from the street, but it's a nice one. And this is the what? The meter from the electricity, probably, yeah. Looking pretty sharp. And you can see privacy. You don't see the yard. Let's check on the other side. This one, they have a pool in the front, so probably we can see something here. This one, it looks unfinished. That's a weird car. That's Juventus. That's a Juventus logo right there. Yeah, they have the pool right here. Again, they need trees. I don't think it's abandoned. It looks pretty decent, but yeah, they have some other construction in the back. They try to build. They look at these ones. Privacy again. See, I told you. Privacy always. Looking pretty good. Pretty good for them. Good for them. Looking pretty good, yeah. But privacy, it is the main objective here. Let's check this wild beach or whatever. Yeah, looking great. It's just, well, economic wise for a country like this, I suspect like if they have just 10,000 people, probably things will be way different. They're gonna live much better, and even not 10,000 people is a bit extreme, fine, but still I think it's a great number. If they have only like 50,000 people with what they start when back in 1955, still a bit better. But let's say even 20,000 people, 25,000 people, still they're gonna live much better than they did. Even though most of them seems to do pretty well so far. There are a few of them that, yeah, don't do that well, I have to say it. I like those drone footage. It is nice here. It is truly nice here. Let's check this one. Oh, they have some sort of the fort there. Oh, look at this. Yeah, water is clean. Nice mountains. Pretty good. I want to check this one. Oh, it's from above, right here. Not sure exactly what they use it. Like from observation points, maybe they have some cannons at some point to defend the island, but looking pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. Let's check this one again. Resorts here. Ooh, they look pretty nice. There are a lot of them here. Look at this. Right there on the hills. Definitely cannot be cheap. You cannot be cheap to be here. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how expensive it's gonna be to have a vacation here, but at least it's worth it so far. It's looking very nice. Very nice indeed. But then let's go to this area. Let's see how those people live here. I would say decent, except the car on the streets. And they clearly have a place so they can put them in the yard. I don't know exactly why they don't do it. So it would be better to have emptier streets. Oh, a BMW X5. And 4 cars inside. How many people live in one of those houses? Another BMW, Honda. That's quite of the pink house. Whoa. I don't think it's a house, this one, but it looks very bad. Some sort of a 4-wheeler here. Ooh, that's pretty bad. A lot of cars here. Maybe it's a mechanic, I don't know, but kind of chaotic, I would say. Let's check this one. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm not sure what this guy is doing, but he got caught on the camera, and those guys kind of laughing, so we kind of understand, kind of see what he's doing. I suspect what. Ooh, they have some water here that stays. That's not good. Yeah, we can see him now. Look at this. Straight in the camera, buddy. The road seems to do pretty well here, better than other areas, which is actually pretty good. But it's a big island. A lot of people, just people everywhere here. Just can't keep track of all of them. It's in a weird spot, I would say, economically. Not too low to actually have nothing, but not too high to be probably please everyone. It's kind of in a weird place right now. Probably, like I say, if they double the GDP per capita at least, and hopefully they go down the Gini index, we're gonna be probably very happy. That's a nice car. And they just make better roads and better houses. They could have a pretty quiet life and nice here, so yeah. Oof, a lot of those nice resorts. Yeah, probably gonna work in one of those resorts if my god, what the fuck? Look at this. How expensive is one of those? And look how many they are. Whew. What is happening here? Let me check some others. Whoa. Those are like the billionaire type, not even millionaire anymore. Look how many they are. Oh, they should do much better here. They should do much better here. Look at those. How many? I don't think, probably like more than 1 billion here, probably even more than that, worth all those boats here. And they have the GDP. How much it was? 2 billion. So probably that's the entire GDP of the country right here in the harbor. Wow, that's insane. That's insane. I mean, you can understand, just probably a lot of people here just struggling to get day by day, and then see those boats in the harbor. It's not gonna be that pleasant, let's face it. Ooh, but that boat there was like, ooh, look at them. Extremely expensive. Yeah, here pretty good. Again, they don't cover faces, so probably they don't have that policy here. Here they try to sell something, I guess, I'm not sure, but doesn't compare with that billionaire body on the boat. That's a nice pool there. Oh, they have like, look at this, one of those decks here. Pretty good, buddy. And a small boat there, yeah. Oh, those are again the rich ones. The absolutely rich of the rich here. It's not like, probably those who own those boats. That's why they build houses here. And to be closer to those boats. Let's check this one. A drone footage would be great here. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at this. Boats right there. And rich people pretty much there. What else we'd find here? Here not so rich as you can see. Probably with one of those boats you can build a lot of good houses here. Those are richer, judging by the pools, and they have the harbor right there next to them, so yeah, I understand. With one of those boats you can build a lot of good houses. Oh, and here is just, yeah, don't need to mention it, right? A lot of iron in this land. But it's big, yeah. Okay, we kind of see enough, I think, huh? I don't think I have to go more than it. They have a lot, and I mean a lot of resorts here. With so many. Yeah, look at this from above. It's just way too many. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Why they have so many. I don't even see that many resorts on the one island. And it's not a huge island either. Not a small one, but they have a lot of those resorts, so yeah, there seems to be a great business there. And also a lot of people have expensive houses. I mean, look at this. Even here probably can find some. Oh, look at this. Just have pools, huge houses. This is absolutely one of those richest of the rich. Just houses like this is gonna be like probably more than 1 million. I don't think it's gonna be cheaper. There's just a lot of square meters there. can't be that cheap. There is no way. So yeah, they have a pretty decent number of expensive houses. That one was expensive, those one again, look at them, and a very nice landscape. So yeah, again, some people don't do that well, but they have that hugely double in the population. Like I said, if the population is gonna go in half of that, and how much is, if you go, yeah, they are from, I don't know, GDP doesn't mean much, but it's fun to look at that. It's like 25, yeah, probably. Yeah, if they double the GDP, it's gonna be a much different. Double the GDP and then lower the population by half. Pretty good, pretty good. In the process by 2050. Ooh, that would be something. But I don't think it's gonna happen that fast. And then in those 25 years, you can actually see a change. You can actually see, okay, now they're doing great. Look at those houses, expensive ones. But from the road, I don't think they look that expensive, isn't it? They are very private. And the road, it's also kind of fucked up. The fence is nice, but I cannot see clearly the house. But the land is nice also. Again, here we have just a few things. Yeah, the house doesn't look particularly expensive. Look at this, it's such a great privacy making there. And they have one of those private beaches, or private beach. It's not exactly private, but it's kind of hard to access from somewhere else, so it's kind of private, you know. Here they're doing again, probably again one of the drone footage, which is gonna be great. Oh no, it's from the ground level. I think we saw that, yeah. They're doing well. A lot of resorts, a lot of tourists, a lot of opportunities to make real money, I guess. Not sure exactly how real is the opportunity, but it looks like it could be. That's a bad house, by the way. And that, comparing what we saw, yeah, they need some really improvement in a house department for those people. But who knows? Maybe in the future we're gonna see. Clearly, we're gonna see an improvement. If everybody gonna stay together, that's pretty much impossible. But look at this, you can see improvement right now if you just make your yard better, which is not gonna be that expensive, let's face it. So yeah, doing pretty well. I like the coastline with those resorts and those rich houses, as always, looking pretty sharp, good for them. And definitely have something to, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, I guess that's the video. I don't think I'm gonna need to see more than that. Pretty nice place, pretty good in Caribbean islands. Okay, it's very east of them, pretty good. So yeah, if you like the video, check the other ones and see you next time.